Since the collapse of his flourishing business, he became seriously. So obviously it has to be for, right? Since, meaning from the time, from a specific time. What time are they referring to? The collapse of his flourishing business. So business is noun, flourishing is the adjective describing the noun. He not become seriously, he became serious. Right? I'm assuming this is a typo error. He became serious. Okay? Done. Singer verdict is one of the rarest cases where a judgment was in favor of the poor. There are a few, of course, who look at it as a setback for the flagship program Make in India. Alright. So what does that mean? So Singer verdict is one of the rarest cases, yes, where a judgment, there are a few, of course, who look at it as a setback for the flagship program Make in India. So if you look at this question, it seems like everything is fine as it is. The Singer verdict is one of the rarest cases, followed by a plural noun number, so this is fine. Rarest is the adjective describing cases, so that's fine. Where a judgment was in favor of the poor, there are a few, of course, who look at it as a setback for the flagship program Make in India. So when you put this in past tense, does that mean they are no longer in favor? Right? So that's another thing. So you need to understand, what's the right tense in the context. So if you look at a setback for something, which is fine as it is. So you don't have to change the preposition in part D. It's fine as it is. So if you look at the context, you know that, this verdict was given sometime in the past and it is holding relevance now also. So you need a past perfect tense, right? So most of you got that right. Part B, right? Instead of putting it in past tense where it seems like it has no more relevance to the current situation. So all you need to do is change that, right? So change was to has been in favor of the poor. There you go. Yes. If you have a doubt for things like this, right? The best thing to do is to see, and if you've heard of this, right? In context, is this something colloquial? You will have expressions like the rarest of rare cases, right? It's colloquial and it's grammatically also correct. So you don't have to change that. It's an adjective and it's in the superlative degree. And cases is your noun. So it's fine. Okay. Anyway, let's look at the question. FIPB. What's FIPB? Foreign Investment Promotion Board, right? The Foreign Investment Promotion Board was processing the foreign investment proposals in a time-bound manner in consultation with various ministries. Okay, so this is the question. The query is, I think it should be FIPB has been processing, because processing of the proposal is a time-consuming process and can't be done instantly. Was gives the impression that it is done instantly. No. Okay, basically his confusion is between the two, when to use past tense and when to use perfect tense. Okay, so let's understand that what he's basically done is, what he's saying is it should be present continuous tense, right? But the context is past continuous tense, and he is confused between when to use the perfect tense and the past continuous tense. That's what I'm guessing from the context. Now, very simple, okay, let's just put all three together, because I know most of you might have a confusion between past continuous and past perfect continuous. Some of you might have a confusion between present continuous and past continuous. Let's look at it. Let's clear it off once and for all. Now, to address the question, is this correct as it is? Yes, it is correct, right? Because it is not talking about done instantly, because it was a continuous process, past continuous process, right? And there's nothing grammatically incorrect in the context. So there is no error. Now let's get to the second part. Understand the difference between these tenses, right? Now, when do you use the present perfect continuous tense? It's always better to understand with examples. It's easier, right? Yes. So if I say, Roja has been waiting for you all day, right? So what am I saying here? Roja started waiting some time back, right? So from that time, whenever that time is, she's still continuing to wait. So Roja has been waiting for you all day. So this is a present perfect continuous tense where we are saying the action started sometime in the past and it is relevant now and it is continuing because she is still continuing to wait. Okay, present perfect continuous tense. Now let's look at past continuous. The one in the context, right, was processing. Let's look at past continuous tense. Now past continuous tense is, you can use it with various things, but just to clear, so if I say Tanya was having a beautiful dream, right? Tanya was having a beautiful dream when let's say her alarm clock rang, right? So in this context, what we are saying, it was more like, her dream was interrupted by this alarm clock, right? So past continuous tense, you can use it with a lot of, there are a lot of functions for past continuous tense, right? In this example, I'm saying she was having a beautiful dream when she was interrupted by this alarm clock, right? That's also there. You can also use past continuous to, if you're having a change of mind. Like I was going to do something, but then I changed my mind, right? Or it's also used with this verb wonder. I was wondering if you could do this for me. Okay. Now let's go to past perfect continuous tense. A lot of us get confused between past continuous tense and past perfect continuous tense. Let's look at an example for that. I'm going to clear this, so I have some space. Okay. Past perfect continuous tense. I hope Blue Cool is here, right? So if I say Nagraj had been studying for 45 minutes, right? Nagraj had been studying for 45 minutes before Blue Cool interrupted him. Okay, there you go, right? Now, if the same sentence, so what I'm doing here, had been studying, past perfect tense, right? For 45 minutes before Blue Cool interrupted him. We already know past continuous tense. Anu it is. Before Anu interrupted him. Okay, Anu interrupted him. So, and if the same sentence, if I have to write in past continuous tense, I'll say Nagraj was studying when Anu interrupted him. So what's the difference here between past continuous tense and past tense? Very easy. There's a time reference, right? Usually in past perfect continuous tense, right, there will be a time reference. You'll have these, since, for. Pay attention to all these hint words, right? So, very simple. Nagraj had been studying for some time in the past before Anu interrupted him. Past continuous tense is Nagraj was studying when Anu interrupted him. That's it, right? Are you following? So, you need to understand these subtle differences. It will be helpful, okay?